When a woman hurts you, most men make the same mistake. They react. They argue. They demand answers. They try to make her understand what she did wrong. But the truth is, the more you chase closure, the less respect you receive. The men who leave the biggest impact are often the men who say the least. Today, you'll learn 5 silent moves that shift your focus away from pain and back toward your own power. Number 1. Walk away. When a woman hurts you, the first battle is not with her, it is with yourself, because every part of you wants answers. Every part of you wants to know why she said what she said, why she did what she did, why she suddenly changed after making promises that sounded so real. And this is exactly where many men lose years of their lives, because they become trapped in a cycle of chasing explanations from someone who has already shown them through actions what words could never fully explain. Think about it. How many men stay awake at night, replaying conversations in their heads, searching for one sentence they missed, one clue they overlooked, one reason that would make everything make sense? But what if the answer is much simpler than that? What if the reason you are suffering is not because you do not understand her, but because you refuse to accept what you already understand? Walking away is difficult because it forces you to face a truth many men spend years avoiding. Not everyone values your loyalty. Not everyone appreciates your sacrifices. Not everyone respects your heart simply because you gave it sincerely. This is not bitterness. This is reality. Life becomes easier when you stop expecting people to act according to your standards and start judging them according to their actions. Stoic thinking teaches that your power begins where your control begins. You do not control her choices. You do not control her opinions. You do not control whether she understands your value. You only control your response. That is why walking away is not weakness. It is one of the strongest actions a man can take. Imagine a man who touches a hot stove and gets burned. If he keeps touching it every day, hoping one day it will stop burning him, people would call him foolish. Yet, many men do the same thing emotionally. They keep returning to people who repeatedly show disrespect, hoping this time things will somehow be different. Why? Because familiarity is comfortable. Because uncertainty is uncomfortable. Because starting over is scary. But ask yourself this: what is truly more painful? Starting over today or wasting another 5 years hoping someone becomes a different person? This question changes everything because it forces you to think beyond the emotion of the moment and look at the direction of your life. Walking away is not just leaving a woman behind. It is leaving behind a version of yourself that tolerated less than he deserved. It is deciding that your future matters more than your attachment. It is deciding that your peace matters more than temporary comfort. And here is where many men make a mistake. They walk away physically, but stay attached mentally. They stop calling, but continue checking her social media. They stop texting, but continue imagining conversations that never happen. They leave her life, but allow her to remain inside their mind every single day. That is not walking away. Real departure happens in your thoughts first. A practical exercise is simple. Take a piece of paper and write down exactly what your ideal life looks like 1 year from now. Be specific. Write your fitness goals, your financial goals, your career goals, the habits you want to build, the man you want to become. Then break every goal into small actions. Not next month, not next week, today. Because every minute spent obsessing over someone else's choices is a minute stolen from your future. The truth many men avoid is that pain can either become a prison or a teacher. The choice belongs to you. Some men spend years carrying old wounds. Other men use those same experiences as fuel. Which one are you becoming? And there is another truth many men never hear. The woman who hurt you is not necessarily the biggest obstacle in your life. The biggest obstacle is the version of yourself that keeps accepting treatment that violates your standards. Once you conquer that version of yourself, everything changes. Suddenly your confidence no longer depends on who stays. Your self-respect no longer depends on who approves of you. Your direction no longer changes because someone walked away. And this creates a powerful shift. Instead of asking why she left, you begin asking where you are going. Instead of focusing on who disappointed you, you focus on who you are becoming. And as you continue watching, there is a deeper lesson hidden inside this transformation, one that most men never discover until much later, because walking away is only the beginning. What happens after you leave determines whether this experience destroys you or completely transforms your life. Number 2. Stay silent. When a woman hurts you, she expects something. She expects a reaction. She expects anger. She expects long messages explaining your disappointment. She expects emotional speeches filled with frustration. And this is where many men unknowingly give away their power because they believe expressing every emotion immediately will somehow improve the situation. Yet what often happens is the opposite. The more they react, the less clarity they have. The more they talk, the more confused they become. The more they try to defend themselves, the more they become trapped inside endless conversations that lead nowhere. Stoic discipline teaches a simple principle. Do not allow temporary emotions to make permanent decisions. Think about how many regrets begin with an emotional reaction, an angry message, a desperate phone call, a late-night conversation, a decision made during emotional pain rather than clear thinking. These actions may provide temporary relief, but they rarely create long-term results. This is why composure is such a powerful advantage. It creates space between what happens to you and how you respond. And inside that space exists wisdom. Imagine two men facing the same situation. Both are hurt, both are disappointed, both feel betrayed. The first man immediately reacts. He sends multiple messages. He demands answers. He argues. He explains. He tries to convince. The second man pauses. He takes a walk. He trains. He writes down his thoughts privately. He focuses on understanding his emotions before expressing them. One man becomes controlled by the situation. The other becomes the observer of the situation. Which man do you think grows stronger? Which man do you think gains clarity faster? Which man do you think protects his dignity? This is not about pretending nothing affects you. It is about refusing to become a slave to every emotional impulse. There is a huge difference. Strong men experience pain. They simply refuse to let pain drive the vehicle. Instead, they place reason in the driver's seat. One practical method is simple. Whenever you feel the urge to react emotionally, create a 24-hour rule. Wait one full day before sending any important message. During that time, write everything you want to say in a notebook instead. Most of the things that seem urgent today will seem unnecessary tomorrow. This single habit can save you from countless mistakes. Another important lesson is learning that not every misunderstanding deserves clarification. Not every accusation deserves a defense. Not every insult deserves a response. Many men exhaust themselves trying to correct every false opinion others have about them. But ask yourself this. If someone has already decided who you are without understanding you, will another explanation truly change their mind? Often the answer is no. Your life changes when you stop treating every criticism as an emergency. Your peace grows when you stop feeling responsible for managing everyone's perception of you. This is where true confidence begins, not in controlling what others think, but in remaining steady regardless of what they think. And here is something deeply thought-provoking. What if the constant need to explain yourself is actually proof that you are seeking validation from people who have not earned that level of influence in your life? What if your need to be understood is keeping you trapped? Consider how much energy you could reclaim if you focused that energy on building yourself instead. Imagine reading 10 pages every day instead of replaying old conversations. Imagine spending an hour learning a valuable skill instead of checking whether someone viewed your profile. Imagine using emotional disappointment as motivation to create a stronger future. These small decisions seem insignificant at first, but they compound over time. Months later, you look back and realize something surprising happened. The situation that once consumed your thoughts no longer controls you. The person who once occupied your mind all day becomes a distant memory. And the reason is simple. You stopped feeding the distraction and started feeding your growth. That is where real transformation begins. Not when circumstances change, not when someone apologizes, not when someone finally understands your value. It begins when you decide that your attention is too valuable to waste on things you cannot control. And as we continue, you will discover that this reclaimed attention becomes the foundation for an entirely different life. A life that many men never experience because they never learn how to direct their focus toward what truly matters. Number 3. Improve your life. Pain becomes dangerous the second you waste it. And that is exactly what happens to many men after a woman hurts them. Because instead of using that experience as fuel, they turn it into a permanent identity and begin living as a victim of something that happened months or even years ago. And the tragedy is that life keeps moving while they remain standing in the same place, mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically. Think about how many men say they want a better life, yet spend hours every day thinking about someone who is no longer contributing to that life. Think about how many goals get abandoned because one person disappointed them. Think about how many dreams stay unfinished because attention gets trapped in the past. This is where everything changes. The real question is not whether she hurt you. The real question is what you are going to do with that pain. Are you going to carry it like a weight or use it like a tool? Because the same experience that destroys one man can build another. One man spends 6 months replaying memories. Another spends 6 months transforming his body, increasing his income, learning new skills, and creating a future so powerful that the old chapter no longer defines him. Both men experience the same disappointment. The difference is the direction of their energy. Stoic thinking teaches that adversity is not the obstacle. Adversity is the path. Life is constantly testing whether you will remain trapped by circumstances or rise above them. Every setback arrives with a hidden question. Will this make you weaker or stronger? And the answer depends entirely on your actions. Imagine a man waking up tomorrow morning. He has 2 choices. He can reach for his phone and spend the first hour thinking about someone who hurt him, or he can spend that hour improving himself. 1 hour reading, 1 hour training, 1 hour planning his future, 1 hour learning a skill, 1 hour building something meaningful. It sounds simple, but this is exactly where lives separate. Small decisions repeated consistently create massive differences over time. A year later, one man has transformed. The other remains stuck. This is why improvement must become your obsession. Not because you want revenge, not because you want validation, because your future deserves more attention than your past. Write your goals down. Put them on paper, not inside your head. Write your fitness target. Write your financial target. Write the habits you want to build. Then break each goal into steps so small you cannot avoid them. If your goal is to get stronger, start with 30 minutes of training. If your goal is financial growth, Dedicate 1 hour each day to learning a valuable skill. If your goal is confidence, begin doing difficult things every day. Confidence is not built through positive thinking. Confidence is built through evidence. Every promise you keep to yourself becomes evidence. Every challenge you overcome becomes evidence. Every discipline you maintain becomes evidence. Slowly, you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as the architect of your future. And here is something many men never consider. What if the greatest gift she ever gave you was disappointment? What if the event you currently see as painful is actually the thing that forces you to become who you were always capable of becoming? Many successful men can trace their transformation back to a moment they never wanted. A setback, a betrayal, a failure, a loss. Not because those experiences were good, but because those experiences forced growth. Life has a strange way of creating strength through difficulty. That does not mean you enjoy the pain. It means you refuse to waste it. And as you continue building yourself, something unexpected begins to happen. You stop measuring your value by who chooses you. You stop measuring your worth by who stays. You stop making another person's opinion the center of your world. Instead, your standards rise. Your discipline rises. Your confidence rises. And this creates a version of you that no longer needs external approval to move forward. That is real power. That is real freedom. And there is still one piece missing from this transformation, a piece many men overlook completely, because no matter how hard you work on yourself, your environment will either accelerate your growth or quietly destroy it. And if you're serious about becoming that man, the Stoic Relationship Blueprint for Men is linked in the comments, filled with timeless Stoic principles designed to help you build stronger standards, deeper discipline, and lasting confidence. And it is now available in audiobook format, so you can absorb this life-changing knowledge while taking a walk, jogging, training, commuting, or building your future, knowing that once you own it, it is yours for life, and you can return to it whenever life tests you again. And for those who want to go even deeper, the Stoic Relationship Blueprint course for men is launching in the coming weeks with a complete step-by-step system for applying these principles to your life and relationships. So comment Blueprint below for early access and take the first step toward becoming the man your future self will thank you for becoming. Number 4. Change your circle. Your future is often hiding inside the people you spend the most time around, and this truth is uncomfortable because it forces you to look honestly at your environment and ask questions many men spend years avoiding. Are the people around you helping you grow or helping you stay the same? Are they challenging you or distracting you? Are they building their lives or constantly escaping from them? These questions matter because human beings absorb habits, standards, beliefs, and behaviors from the people closest to them. You may think you are independent, but your environment is influencing you every day whether you notice it or not. This is why many men leave unhealthy relationships only to repeat the same mistakes again. The person changes, but the environment remains the same. The habits remain the same. The standards remain the same. The mindset remains the same. Real transformation requires more than removing one negative influence. It requires building a better environment. Think about a seed. A healthy seed placed in poor soil struggles to grow. The same seed placed in rich soil thrives. The seed is the same. The environment is different. The same principle applies to your life. If you surround yourself with people who constantly complain, your thinking becomes negative. If you surround yourself with people who avoid responsibility, your standards begin to fall. If you surround yourself with people who spend every weekend escaping reality, eventually your ambitions start shrinking. This is why Stoic discipline is not only about controlling yourself, it is also about being intentional about what influences you. Many men underestimate the importance of community. They isolate themselves. They convince themselves they can do everything alone. Then they wonder why progress feels difficult. The truth is that strong environments create strong individuals. Find people who inspire growth. Find people who challenge excuses. Find people who talk about goals, business, health, discipline, and purpose. Spend time around individuals whose lives force you to raise your standards. This does not mean finding perfect people. Perfect people do not exist. It means finding people who are moving in the right direction. A practical exercise is simple. Make a list of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Look honestly at how they influence your thinking. Do they encourage growth or distraction? Do they inspire discipline or comfort? Do they challenge you to become better or encourage you to stay exactly where you are? Your answers will reveal more about your future than you may realize. And there is another powerful truth here. Sometimes growth requires distance. Sometimes becoming who you need to become means spending less time in environments that no longer serve your future. That can be uncomfortable. It can feel lonely at first. But temporary loneliness is often the price of long-term transformation. Many men fear being alone so much that they stay connected to people who are holding them back. Yet the irony is that remaining in the wrong environment creates a much deeper form of loneliness because you slowly become disconnected from your potential. Think about that for a moment. What is more painful? Being alone for a season while you build your future, or spending years surrounded by people who keep you small? This question changes everything. Because life rewards courage. It rewards honesty. It rewards the willingness to choose growth over comfort. And as your environment improves, your standards improve, your habits improve, your opportunities improve. You begin to see possibilities you never noticed before. You begin thinking bigger, acting bigger, living bigger, and eventually you reach a point where your entire reality looks different from the one you once accepted. Yet there is still one final lesson that separates men who transform permanently from men who fall back into old patterns, and it has everything to do with emotional control. Number 5. Feel nothing to prove. Real strength begins the day you stop trying to convince everyone of your value, because many men spend years chasing approval without even realizing it. They want people to understand them. They want people to recognize their effort. They want people to appreciate their loyalty. They want people to finally see what they bring to the table. But there is a hidden trap inside this way of living. The more your self-worth depends on outside recognition, the more power you hand to other people. Suddenly your confidence rises and falls based on their reactions. Your mood changes based on their opinions. Your direction changes based on their approval. And that is a dangerous way to live, because it places your inner peace in someone else's hands. Stoic wisdom teaches something different. Your value exists whether people recognize it or not. Your character exists whether people praise it or not. Your standards exist whether people agree with them or not. This shift changes everything. Imagine 2 men. Both work hard. Both are disciplined. Both are committed to growth. The first man constantly looks around seeking acknowledgement. The second man focuses entirely on the work itself. One becomes emotionally dependent on external validation. The other becomes internally grounded. Which man do you think remains steady when life becomes difficult? Which man keeps moving forward when nobody is cheering for him? Which man develops true confidence? The answer is obvious. This is why emotional independence is one of the most important skills you can develop. It frees you from the need to constantly prove yourself. It allows you to act according to your values instead of acting for applause. And here is something many men need to hear. Not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will support your growth. Not everyone will appreciate your sacrifices. Some people only liked the version of you that was easier to control. Some people become uncomfortable when you raise your standards because your growth highlights their stagnation. This is why you must learn to continue moving forward, regardless of who approves. Imagine planting a tree. The tree does not stop growing because someone criticizes it. The tree does not stop growing because someone ignores it. The tree grows because growth is its nature. Your life should operate the same way. Growth should become your default setting, not because someone is watching, not because someone might regret losing you, because becoming your best self is simply who you are. Start practicing this immediately. Do difficult things without announcing them. Set goals without broadcasting them. Build habits without seeking recognition for them. Learn to enjoy progress privately. Learn to respect yourself enough that outside approval becomes a bonus rather than a necessity. Over time, something remarkable happens. The emotional highs and lows begin to settle. Criticism loses its power. Praise loses its power. Other people's opinions lose their grip on your decisions. You become calmer, more focused, more disciplined, more certain. And that certainty creates a life that cannot easily be shaken by circumstances. Then one day you look back and realize the person who once caused so much pain no longer controls your thoughts. Not because they changed, not because they apologized, because you changed, because you became stronger, because you built a life centered on purpose rather than approval. And that is the final transformation. Not winning someone back, not proving someone wrong, not making someone regret anything. The true victory is becoming the kind of man whose future is too important to be controlled by his past. Everything changes the day you stop handing your future to people who never earned that power and start living by principles that have guided strong, disciplined men for more than 2,000 years. Which is exactly why the Stoic relationship blueprint for men is changing lives right now. It's linked in the comments, now available in audiobook format so you can listen while walking, training, driving, or building your future. And if you're ready to take control of your life and relationships, comment "I choose discipline" below. This is the kind of knowledge many people never want you to discover, because a man who thinks clearly, controls his emotions, and refuses to live for validation becomes impossible to manipulate. So grab the ebook before it disappears. Stay tuned, because the full course launches in just a few weeks. Like this video, subscribe, and help more men find these timeless truths before they lose years they can never get back.